So amazingly, this actually ties into the video. I'm just gonna open it on camera, like the worst, most crappy unboxing ever. But I may as well do that. It's like life throw me a bone. It said, Simon, would you like to be a bit more creative in today's video? I didn't answer. Simon the A-hole here. Thank you for joining me. As always, I appreciate you and I appreciate your lives. Don't know what that means. Anyway, just a small update from me because very kindly, people get in touch with me at Simon316 on Instagram and Twitter, cheap plug, and people here on YouTube in comment sections, etc. And I also told you that I would keep you up to date with all the things I was doing in my stupid life. And yes, you will probably remember, how long was it ago now? So what the hell was that? Someone just came through my door. I don't know what that is. I need to know. So amazingly, this actually ties into the video. I'm just gonna open it on camera, like the worst, most crappy unboxing ever. But I may as well do that. It's like life throw me a bone. It said, Simon, would you like to be a bit more creative in today's video? I didn't answer. But that's right. It's a book called The Actor Speaks by Patsy Rodenberg. My word, that's much bigger than I thought it was going to be. Because indeed, this video is about my acting. So yes, a few months ago, I was very lucky, grateful, appreciative, amazed, whichever word we want to use, to be accepted into the Identity School of Acting Drama School. I've been doing that ever since April. It has been an absolute whirlwind. I'm sure if anybody watching this knows, when you go to drama school, it's like, you want to be challenged, pal? I'll challenge you, but I've absolutely loved it. I think it's been pretty awesome. And while the pandemic was horrible and awful and, you know, so many people suffered far worse than I did, my silver lining coming out the other side is it gave me a lot of time to think, which is the reason I decided, you know what, I'm going to give acting a go, which is something I always wanted to do. So that's what I take away from it. I always like to try and give things a positive spin. However, the way the school works as well is as soon as you're on their email system, whatever it calls, they have an in-house drama agency. So every now you get the mailers saying, you know, we got this role, we got that role, blah, blah, blah. And one of the roles was literally like, are you bald, do you lift weights, and can you look tough? Now, the last one we can debate till the cows come home, but we won't do that today. So I thought, okay, look, we may as well, you know, take a punt. We may as well kick the ball down the street and see what happens, because that's what life is all about, right? You take a chance. As long as you take that chance, even if it doesn't go to plan or you aren't able to be quote-unquote successful with it, you certainly didn't fail. The failure would be in not trying in the first place. We've done videos about this before. So I got a response back. I had to send some stuff. I can't even remember now. I remember there was a video I had to send just saying, hi, I'm Simon Miller. I'm an absolute moron. And they got back in touch with me and they said, hey, can you just learn this script over the weekend? And it was Friday, I believe, and do a self-tape. Now, I'm sure most people know what a self-tape is. If not, it is literally what it sounds. You learn your part, somebody else reads the other part, you sit like this, as if the camera was looking at you, and you act. It's a self-tape, right? It's the audition before the audition. So I did that. And it was cool and it was intimidating and all the words we've already talked about. But I love stuff like that, right? I love being out of my comfort zone. I think being out of your comfort zone is the greatest thing ever. It's why I like live performing, be that my hosting or my wrestling or whatever it may be, because you're flying by the seat of your pants. And if something goes wrong, you better sort it out. I really enjoy that. And it's the same with this. I was like, all day, I was like, what am I doing? Why am I doing this? But you feel alive and kind of sounds silly, but I almost think there's privilege in that. I sound like an idiot now, but it's true. I kind of feel like, isn't it cool that for whatever reason, I am in a position where I'm able to put myself in that position. Let's not even get into that because I sound like an absolutely insane person. I'll be arrested. Anywho, I did that. I didn't hear anything for a while. And long story short, I got another email back from that saying, Simon, can we just have a Zoom chat with you? So I went to that Zoom chat and now I'm on their books, which is the stupidest, craziest thing ever. So it is the agency attached to my school. It's called IAG, or the Identity School of Drama Agency. Again, if you go on my Instagram, especially at Simon316, which I am trying to gear more towards acting at the moment. It's a work in progress, to say the least. But you can get more information in there. But it's totally, genuinely, it's been about a week now, maybe, something like that, at least a few days. And I still often just stare into the distance, shaking my head. Now, of course, this is where the hard work begins. I know I sound like some kind of motivational speaking book, but it's true. Once you get your foot in the door, that's when you've got to respect it even more and realize you're lucky to get this far. Don't, screw up the opportunity. I think sometimes in life, too many people are like, oh, that's it, I've done it, and they take their foot off the gas. I'm the complete opposite. If you give me a carrot, I'll try and get another 99 of them. It's a weird analogy. I don't know where it came from, but at the moment, there isn't much to say, aside from the fact that I'm getting some new headshots done based on the feedback that they gave me for specific roles we would be able to go through, which was very, very cool. I have a Zoom call this evening, or a Zoom class, whatever, you know, the right term would be, to help me learn an American accent, because obviously that's going to help you when you go to roles. Because think how much stuff you watch in movies or Netflix or Amazon Prime, whatever the hell it may be, even BBC dramas, where people have an American accent. You're probably now saying, Simon, do your American accent. Absolutely not. I can't do accents. If you want to see how bad my accents are, go watch my ups and downs on What Culture Wrestling. Every now and then I throw them out there because they make me laugh, but they're an abomination. And if you were ever to do it in any kind of production, you'd be kicked off set. And no one would ever be able to argue, be like, I deserve to be kicked off set. It was absolutely terrible. Yeah, so I have that tonight, and I think there's some homework that you get from that as well. So over the next few weeks, I'm going to try and perfect that and basically try and get all these little things that you need in order to be a competitive actor, which I think is the right way to put it, because it is such a competitive industry. It's crazy. So many people going for so many specific roles. And that may even be why, I don't know, I'm just completely speculating here. And I am, again, but I just do a backflip. I was so pleased that it went this way. But there's every chance one of the reasons maybe I got this is because of my look. I've heard that a lot when I was doing all my lessons beforehand. And sometimes it's literally an agency looks at their books and they're like, well, we don't have a bald a-hole, so, you know, we can bring him on. What happens here, I don't know. You know, I guess they're working away, looking for roles, etc. And of course, I will keep you up to date as much as I can do. I tell you the best thing would be happen. If I don't keep you up to date, it means, well, either nothing's happened, but I'd probably tell you that, or the greatest thing ever has happened, because obviously a lot of these roles, a lot of these productions are so big, you don't have to talk about them. You get NDA'd up to 2.9, as you should do. If that happens, it means something as good has happened. I'll take Bald Doorman 4. I said to my friend the other day, and he said, what about Bald Doorman 3 with a prop? And I was like, whoa, let's not get too ahead of ourselves here. I would take Bald Doorman 4, and I'm just enjoying the journey. Well, I hope to get to this stage, but I never actually thought that it would. And again, I don't want anyone to be like, Simon, you jumping the gun way too much here. I totally understand that. There is a long journey to go, but I'm just talking about, I'm a big supporter and a big fan of trying to enjoy those moment-to-moment things. Because sometimes, and I think it's important to try and achieve your goals, but sometimes you can get that goal, and now that you've got it, you feel great, but then you look back on the journey, as people say, you're like, oh man, I didn't enjoy that enough, and I didn't try and appreciate all these little things that were happening. So I always try and do that. I try and go the other way. Maybe I blow it up too big in my brain. Not in a, I don't mean that as a, oh, I'm the best person ever. No, I do the other way. I'm not going to lie. Making this video is difficult, but I was like, well, I did promise to tell people about it, so I should. But I really try and sit there and go, oh, this is a cool thing that's happened. You know, let's make sure we ride that wave for a few days. And of course it goes away. And of course, like I say, you've got to put the work in. But, you know, I just want to make that clear because I don't want to come across like an asshole. Or at least what I consider to be an asshole. So yes, too long didn't read, which makes no sense. You already made it to the end of the video. Drama school is going well. Acting school is going very, very well. I am intrigued to see where it's going to go, and I enjoy the challenge. And also, I have been signed up by an agency who are hopefully going to find me some roles. And we talked about this as well. They said, you know, what kind of thing you're looking for. Obviously, screen and what do you call it? TV and screen, movies and screen, whatever the hell you say. Screen acting is the dream, naturally. And I always said, but I do commercials too. Absolutely, I do commercials. Because I imagine not only do you get good on-set experience, but are you kidding me? Imagine you were sat around. Like, I was very, very lucky. I do the WWE 2K22 voiceovers that you may have heard of BT Sports and on Spotify and around the place. You know, WWE 2K22 sponsors WWE on BT or whatever the hell it is. And I did that with them on Sky as well, which was really, really cool. That is not something that I knew I ever needed in my life. And sometimes it comes on, I'm like, like an absolute moron. I deserve to be kicked out of a window. So imagine you were just watching, I don't know, a channel, and there was an advert for, I don't know, bread, Hovis, and it was just you being like, oh, I love Hovis, never gonna get that role ever. Like, no, not that guy. I just think it's cool little things that may or may not happen. Again, it's very, very difficult to get these things, and I respect that and I appreciate it, but I'm very, very excited to see where it does go. And again, I'm just enjoying it. It has been especially boring. I know when I broke my hand, it gave me an outlet to continue to focus on when I wasn't able to wrestle. And now it's kind of, it probably is on par, to be honest, in terms of the enjoyment and the self-worth. Well, self-worth's not right, but the worth that I get out of it. So that's my update. That's my news for a Friday. Video's always done on a Friday anyway, so I thought we may as well use this day to do it. If you do have any questions, drop them in the comments below, and I can either take a bunch of them and make another video, or I'll respond to you directly down there. But mostly thank you to everyone that does ask about this stuff and say nice things. I did a tweet about it. Again, cheap plug at Simon316, and the response was overwhelming, to be completely honest. I would never expect anybody to care so much. And whether it was just a nicety they wanted to send my way or whatever, it genuinely means the world to me. And it does, it inspires me, and it keeps me more motivated. And it wants me to go out there and try and smash it as much as possible. Not that you're doing it for those people, but that's just how I see it. It's the same on ups and downs when crazily people bring signs to wrestling events. It just means if you're having a bad day, which we all do, maybe I'm struggling with an ups and downs, you see that and you're like, It's all good. It's all right. Keep on plowing through, Miller. And remember that there is a small audience out there who likes this stuff, so it's important to make sure you deliver top quality content. So thank you to all of you. Once again, I'll keep you in the loop as best I can. And if all of a sudden there's no YouTube videos, right? And I haven't said anything, well, maybe something's good has happened, or I'm dead. It's going to be one of the two. Now, please do leave a comment below. Like I say, ask any questions you want. Like the video, share the video, and subscribe. Click the bell, ding, ding. So when other videos going live, there will be a video on the screen. Please do give it a click. Otherwise, GorillaMine.com/Simon. You go to Simon to get 10% off. They've got a new flavor at the moment for Gorilla Mode. It's called Crush Flavor. But once it's gone, it's gone. I'm going to be trying it out later, but that's very important. So if they've done it in the past, I believe. If you like Crush Flavor, you've got to get it now. Otherwise, poop, done. And don't forget, $99 American, $215 international. You spend that much, you get free shipping. I know a lot of people over here, the UK especially, and I totally understand that $215 is a lot. I say this over and over again, but it's true. But hopefully you can buy in bulk, and because you don't have to pay that big shipping thing, it kind of balances out in your head. But remember, don't go crazy. Don't make yourself broke. Your own finances are more important. Simon316 on Instagram and Twitter, patreon.com/Simon316 if you want to support me that way. Also exclusive videos such as Jim Fails on Cameo. I should be, there's a problem with it. I'm going to try and get it turned back on today, so apologies for anyone that's been waiting. SimonMiller.BigCartel.com for merch. But otherwise, once again, thank you very much. I'm going to get into this bad boy. I bet I don't understand any of it. Not true, I will. Shouldn't have slammed it down. Goodbye.